Hey, travel friends. Today we're going to be talking about overhyped attractions in Paris, France.
I mean, there has to be some, right? Like every single thing in Paris seems to be hyped up the wazoo. A lot of it very deservingly, but we picked out some where we felt that the hype was a little too much.
A little too high. So, our first is going to be the Champs-Elysees. This is, again, the gorgeous boulevard that goes straight to the Arc de Triomphe. It is also known because it is full of those very pricey designer stores. So, your Louis Vuitton, Prada, Saint Laurent, Cartier, the list goes on. The reason why we think this is overhyped is it's just not the most approachable street. Unless you are explicitly going to buy a designer piece, which many people do in Paris, it is definitely worth going there for that. But if you're going there just to see it, we think that you could probably skip it. You can get a lot of these goods and designer goods elsewhere. One of the things I would say too is this street, there are a lot of queues. There are queues because you get a personal shopper.
Right. What she means is that like some of these stores, or a good amount of these stores, you can't just like walk in and like browse around, right? You kind of have to wait till there is a personal shopper to escort you around to help you find what you're looking for.
Yeah. And I think that can be great if you are, again, in the market for a specific piece. But if you just want to mosey and see what's available, it's just not great.
Yeah, it's just not a good moseying street, right? And I think like if you think about this, you compare this to other big shopping streets around the world. Like we have one here in like Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Rodeo Drive.
Right. So those like there you can like go in and out of stores, right? You can like check here, check there, and so that experience is something even if you're not planning to actively buy. At the Champs-Elysees is not it's that's not the same way, right? You kind of have the requirement of the personal shopper kind of interferes with that experience, right? Like so you can't really like just like naturally go around peruse, especially if there's someone just like watching you, saying like, do you want this? Do you want that? What are you looking for, right? So the pressure, it's just not for everyone. So that's kind of why we think it's like the experience is a little overhyped for that this attraction. Okay, so the number 2 overhyped attraction, we probably can get a little hate or a lot of hate for this, is the Louvre. It's kind of hard to say that this is overhyped, considering it's one of the greatest museums in the world. So it is one of the greatest museums in the world, but I think as an experience for the average tourist, I think the experience is overhyped. It tends to be just like so overwhelming. The collection's so huge that it just takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and even that when you try to see everything, you're not going to be able to make it, or the average tourist isn't going to able to get everything that they kind of want out of it.
All right, our third overhyped attraction is going to be the flea market. So this was something we were very excited about. Vintage shopping, going in and seeing if we can get like
affordable antiques
or vintage Chanel scarves, anything like that. I, for one, was really taken aback. I didn't realize the sheer size. There's over 2,500 shops, and it can range from knockoffs to the high-end antiques where a candle holder was $600.
There was either an area where you kind of questioned the authenticity of what you were buying, and things were a little sketch, I would say. And then there were areas where like everything was just like obscenely expensive. We're talking about like very antique-y stuff, but at a price that it's just like, whoa, unless you were a private collector, a wealthy collector or something. I felt like that was, not very like approachable either. So it was hard for the average Joe, us, to find something that we wanted
I was very excited. Everyone hyped it up.
Yeah.
They were like, you have to do this. And I think we spent about a half a day wandering around, and we came back empty-handed.
I think if you're looking for either antique stuff or like gifts or good souvenirs, you can find them all throughout Paris, right? Just like wander around. Just wander around Paris. There's like small stores, small boutiques. You know, you can find stuff to buy and have good memories of Paris and good gifts without going to this this flea market area. Okay, so the next two things that we're going to talk about that are overhyped are food related. And we love food. We love traveling for food. So the first of those two things are the bouillons. So bouillons are a type of French restaurant. I think they popped up in like the 1800s or something like that. And they're like for like the working man to go in there and get a very, very affordable meal, right? So it's like traditional, classic French foods at a very, very affordable price. And as much as we love the affordable part of it, I feel like it's an affordability trap, right? It's a value trap. Like, yes, it's usually the cheapest thing that you can find, and yes, it is traditional French cuisine, but I feel like now that it's like the magic, it isn't there. Like, I feel like you don't get the magic, you don't get you don't feel the love, right? You feel like this is kind of like you're going to like a Wendy's, or not even like a, you know, like a chain diner here in the U.S., which is, you know, nothing wrong with that. But like, if you're looking for like, you want to like understand the magic, the hype of French cuisine, I feel like there's much better places to go, even if you know, you have to pay a little bit more. We recommend going to like bistros. You know, bistros are usually just like casual dining establishments that you know, a lot of the locals go, and like the food is generally very affordable. It's very authentic, you know. So the bouillons, you know, I just don't recommend them as a foodie. And yes, we love a good value, we love a cheap meal, but like, it's just like it was disappointing. We went to a few, and none of them were like, I have to go here, or I would recommend people going there. So the last overhyped thing is food related, like we said, and it is chasing the best bakery, right? Like the bakery with the best baguette, the best croissant, right?
We went to a couple of the best pastry places, and to be honest, our favorites were the smaller local spot that we ended up going to almost every day.
Yeah. If you're like hunting down the best bakeries, the places with the best croissants in the city of Paris, they are all good, right? Like your top 10 bakeries, they're all good. None of them are bad. What I would say is overhyped is that like those top 10 are usually not that much better than the top 20 or the top 50. You should not feel like you have to trek across town to find a very, very good croissant, because you're going to have like 5 or 6 bakeries within walking distance, and chances are a lot of those bakeries are going to be very, 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 very good, right? So that's what I feel like about, is like the overhypeness of these kind of like the best, you know, bakeries. And as bakery lovers or lovers of baked goods, we've definitely trekked around and hunted down these, you know, best bakeries. And you know, that's really what it is that like you're going to find a very, very good baked good, either baguette or croissant or whatever you're looking for. Chances are you're going to have a local bakery that's, you know, has a very, very good version of that, what you're looking for. And it's just, you know, it's just easier, right? Like, you know, what they say is like, usually the best bakery in Paris is the one that's closest to you. And we find that to be very, very true. So, you know, if you really want to go around hunting as part of your Paris activities, and
please do.
Yeah, please do. You're gonna have a great experience, right? But just know that like those little like lesser known bakeries are still going to be extremely, extremely good. Okay, all right. I think that's it for our list of overhyped Paris stuff.
All right. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts, and happy travels.
Bye.